Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and I hope everybody had a great Saturday. Today is now essentially Sunday. It is almost 4 a.m. and today we're going to be addressing why. First off, today is fairly important just because of the weekly candle close, but we're also going to be talking about some XRP content as well. But before we fully jump into this video, I just want to let you guys know that if you guys are enjoying the daily crypto news and analysis and all that kind of content, definitely hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and also hit that like button on this video, as it does help the channel grow immensely. Now, with that being said, if you guys do want my personal exit strategies and all that kind of stuff, you guys can check out NCashOfficial.com to get even more exclusive content that I do not post on YouTube. But with that being said, let's jump into the market and address pretty much what is happening. So first and foremost, right, I am going to be talking about the overall concern with Bitcoin in terms of the weekly candle close. So we're actually going to open that in a separate tab. We're going to let that load up, and we're going to pretty much address right now what's happened throughout the entire altcoin market cap. In terms of, just alts in general, right now Bitcoin is up 0.07, which is nothing. We do see it up 0.33% on the 7 days. So it has been ranging sideways, kind of consolidating for a major move down or up. And a lot of people are probably going to be like, what do you mean down? Tomorrow, or today, if you will, is the weekly candle close. So aren't we expecting, bullish price action? Well, technically, yeah, we are. But is it going to be a bullish sentiment point for Bitcoin? It could be fairly bearish too. So we have to watch the price action play out fairly closely. If we're talking about a fairly bullish close, it would be above the 61.5K. This is the point where we closed above going back to the 17th, which allowed us to climb the ladder all the way to 67K almost. And right now, the closes haven't been too rough. We still are closing above $60,000. So I'm fairly solid on that. I'm not, too bearish or anything, but I will watch Bitcoin fairly closely as we do get that nice weekly candle close tomorrow. Now, overall, with altcoins ranging on the 24-hour span, the only main leading altcoin right now is Shiba Inu. As you guys already know, there's been a lot of mass listings and stuff like that, and also burns with Shiba. So, it is expected for it to grow. I just can't believe that's at a $15.7 billion market cap. It's funny though. CRV or Curve is doing fairly well as well, up 16%. Harmony up 11%. Most altcoins are doing fairly well, to be honest. And we still see a few altcoins kind of just ranging a little bit lower. Like we do see HBAR and stuff like that still kind of ranging a little bit at their major points. So a lot of consolidation happening throughout the market. Most likely to blame is Bitcoin right now, and also Ethereum, as they do kind of just range on these nice levels that they've been at. Just waiting for that nice sort of validation point on the next major move on Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. We do say here's Ripple CEO take on firm's record year despite SEC's headwinds. Now, if you guys did miss it, they have significantly increased their overall adoption and their overall financial institution liquidity that they already utilized for those major institutions. That had grown over 130%, which I've done a video on this just yesterday, but I want to talk to you guys about what Brad Garlinghouse actually thinks of this in regards to the SEC. So we do see here the primary metric of success is transactions. Despite the headwinds from the SEC, we have had a record year on a ton of different dimensions. First off, we do see here, the on-demand liquidity service has grown 130% quarter after quarter. Ripple itself grew 33% in the last quarter. So again, growth is happening day by day, no matter if the SEC wants to stifle innovation in the U.S. or not. We do see here in the United States, we have signed exactly 0 new customers, and we've lost customers because they're like, hey, look, until the United States regulatory framework is clear, we need to lean out, which is totally fine. But again, we do expect a lot of those customers to actually rejoin the team once we do see clarity actually happen. We do see here that they hired 75 new employees, most of which were non-U.S. citizens. We will continue to hire more outside the U.S., he went on to say. There's also a kind of corporate treasury use case and a lot of large multinationals, even small businesses that export. There are also use cases there that I think are interesting, and certainly some stuff that Ripple is thinking about. So a lot of use cases to be really unlocked, and a lot of things to kind of talk about. There's a lot of things that are happening behind closed doors in regards to Ripple that just aren't going to be said or mentioned out loud. But I still think that when we're talking about the SEC, I don't think that they're stifling innovation in crypto or Ripple and XRP. It's more so just stifling innovation within the United States. So overall, I'm still fairly bullish. Now, we do see a Ripple CEO claims Ethereum surpassed XRP because of the SEC. Now, we do see here, within the last few years, XRP was the second most valuable digital asset as it became given that the SEC had given a hall pass to Ethereum. Ethereum has obviously kind of exploded. That clarity has helped. So, overall, when we're talking about this, we do see here, if laws are so clear, then let's just say the answers to these questions. He also praised Twitter sleuths who are busy dissecting the SEC's case against Ripple, because he is also talking about here slammed Gary Gensler for refusing to answer whether the rival cryptocurrency is a security or not. But we also see here the Ripple boss has reiterated his oft-repeated claim about the lack of clarity in the U.S. He also said that the company had signed 0 new customers in the States. We are growing a lot more outside the United States, of course. So with this, I do want to address real quickly what XRP's value would be at in terms of Ethereum's market cap. Currently, it would be worth about $10.38. I still think that we hit those targets by the end of this bull run. I'm still dead set on that. You guys don't need to, question it. I've always been, a solid, point on $10 to $15 being the main target points for XRP. I still believe that. That is an upside of about 852%, which I think is fairly reasonable, and I think that that is a great percentage gain. Now, what would the overall value be of XRP if Ethereum wasn't the second leading asset, and if XRP never got sued by the SEC? What would the value actually be? Well, we don't really know that, and we can't really say for certain. Would we be in, the idea of $500 billion asset, or would we be $1 trillion asset? That's the main question to ask here. I think that we're going to continue to pretty much move up in price and accumulate in terms of price appreciation. So, I'm still fairly dead certain on the XRP having a massive bull run this year. I'm not changing my mind on that. And anybody who thinks that the SEC is going to stop the bull run from happening, I think that they're extremely wrong. I think that we just need to watch for December and as well as January for XRP, and possibly even February if we do stretch out in terms of altcoins. Now, I do also want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. Now, I'm personally not one of those individuals that reads into things too much. I don't really care for riddlers. But I did see this, and it says 5th of November equals World Tsunami Awareness Day, and we have Mr. Poole posting, 4 pictures of, waves and tsunamis. I don't know. I mean, honestly, this could mean anything. It could be just, a little bit of speculation in terms of just pictures being posted. And of course, we do see here a lot of people kind of reading it out, understanding what it could mean. I don't know. I don't make assumptions on just pictures alone, but I will say this, going back to the past bull run, and if we zoom out and let's actually go back to, 2017, 2018. Now, again, this is where I would, pretty much read into things. So when we go back to November, first off, we go back all the way to November 5th. So here was November 5th where, essentially Bitcoin kind of topped a little bit, but we didn't really top essentially until, around November 8th. Now, if we're talking about November 5th, this was the leading collapse of about 27% on Bitcoin. Are we expecting a little bit of a tsunami to be hitting, Bitcoin currently? Would that be the basis of these pictures? Would that be the overall meaning behind these? And, other people will say that, these pictures mean that, the new wave's happening, XRP is about to take over. No, I mean, I don't really think things like that from pictures. But, overall, if we had to fall about 27% from, November 5th, we would first have to see the price action that would be around this point. Could we be at this level again? Would we fall 27% from here, and 27% would bring us down to about 48K? I don't think so, right? I think that we go much higher, and maybe that is somewhere in time up here. It's hard to say. I don't know what this November 5th could be, and I'm not going to read too much into it. I'm not going to make it the basis behind this video. I'm just saying, this is the problem within this XRP community, where we do see a lot of riddlers kind of do stuff like this, and people read too much into it. Now, again, I have seen riddlers kind of predict a lot of things, and who knows, right? Anything is possible. These pictures could mean anything. These could just be, throwaways. It doesn't I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense to, sort of speculate and make my own basis on just pictures alone, but that's just my opinion, of course. Now, I do also want to show you guys this tweet, or I should say this article here. Judge grants SEC's request to extend discovery phase of lawsuit with Ripple by 2 months. Now, of course, she is saying that this doesn't really mean too much, like this isn't going to disrupt the case at all. We just hear, rather, the additional time sought by the SEC will allow both sides to complete the outstanding fact discovery and properly prepare for the expert depositions, because she's saying that this, will not impact the schedule to resolve the case, which I don't understand how you could say that, because this is going to bleed into about 2022. We actually even see here that the case summary judgment resolution now not until March or May of 2022. I think that that is a concern. I think that that is a concerning factor behind this case, but I still don't think that is going to be a major, case hit for us. Like, I don't think that this is going to make us miss the bull run. And I actually even said that here. I said, is XRP going to miss the bull run? If you are asking this question, then the SEC is continuing to win the game. They are playing you day by day with clear-cut, dry corruption and manipulation. XRP will have the most parabolic bull run in crypto history. Watch until January/February, because I do think that that is where a lot of altcoins could potentially, break out and hit their topping points, similar to the 2017-2018 bull run. Now, again, is that going to play out perfectly? Probably not, but we're still going to watch it fairly closely. Now, overall, we also see here Terra Luna CEO was served with an SEC subpoena, and now he's suing the SEC. This is a pure-on attack in terms of the DeFi space. If you guys haven't noticed, they're targeting DeFi, centralized assets in terms of, they're focused on the DeFi space, not that they're centralized. This is fully decentralized. This is decentralized finance. But they are focused on the DeFi space right now because they see the overall effects that it could have on the public, financial systems and, of course, the payment systems. When we're talking about the issue here, it's their Mirror protocol, a decentralized finance platform on which synthetic stocks mirroring the price of major U.S. firms are minted and traded. So, of course, they're going to sue them. And we even see here, it's a reminder to regulators that there are rules of engagement that they need to abide by as well. And I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I think a lot of what's happening here is, these regulators are pretty much having a field day with crypto, but they're not understanding the basis behind any of this. We actually see here in a conversation on September 15th, 2021, the SEC attorneys advised that they believed that some sort of enforcement action was warranted against TFL, and any cooperation and implementation of remedial actions as to the Mirror protocol would result in a reduced financial sanction as part of any consent agreement. Now, we do see here the subpoenas were served on Mr. Kwan in public. Mr. Kwan was approached by the process server as he exited an escalator at the mainnet summit while on his way to make a scheduled presentation that was not about the Mirror protocol, the suit said. It's just, I don't know. In my opinion, when we're talking about this, it's the idea that this is all focusing on DeFi because DeFi scares them. DeFi takes away the centralized power that is around in the financial system. That is a problem. I think that we need to take, power from these people. I think it's way too centralized. I think money is way too controlled by individuals that shouldn't be controlling it. And at the end of the day, cash is essentially trash at this point with how much it is printed and inflated. So overall, when we're talking about decentralized finance, I think that that is truly the future. And I think that a lot of these regulators that are, trying to regulate crypto and try to control it are going to soon realize that they can't, and it's far too big for them to actually even control it. And we even see here, right? Crypto is too big for partisan politics as well. It is. These people cannot keep trying to control crypto. They cannot be trying to, implement new rules and systems into crypto because this is technology that was originally created to hedge against the 2008 financial crisis. This is also technology that has the potential to truly disrupt major markets and actually have them work way more efficient than they have ever in their entire, history of being implemented. So when we're talking about what's happening right now throughout the entire system, when we're talking about a lot of what's happening with the SEC, they're targeting DeFi platforms and assets because they are scared that it's taken power away from, the centralized governments and the centralized hands that have, their hands in the pot on a lot of these entities and a lot of these financial markets. So of course they feel the threats, they feel the idea of power pretty much slipping throughout their fingers, and this is a problem for them. Now, to really kind of sum this up, You know, I do just want to say real quick, in regards to what Brad Garlinghouse is saying about Ethereum, I do think that this is honestly the truth. I think that XRP should be much higher right now. Do I think that the price is being extremely suppressed? I don't think it's the idea of it being suppressed, more so the idea of, essentially not a lot of people want to buy it because they're worried about the SEC sort of case, which, I mean, technically, yeah, you could say that that is suppression happening. But I don't know. I mean, overall, do I think that XRP should be worth $10 right now? I mean, I think a lot of these technologies within the space have the potential to be worth a lot more than they actually are showing on coin market cap, and the value perceived by a lot of individuals is extremely wrong. Why do you think when we're looking at these assets like Bitcoin and stuff, I shouldn't even say Bitcoin too much, because Bitcoin has a stepping stone in crypto overall. It led the path. But when we're talking about Shiba Inu and stuff having, $15 billion market caps and stuff, that's where you kind of draw the line and say this stuff is just absolutely ridiculous. Now, of course, a lot of this stuff is getting on to Flare Network, so a lot of people argue that there's going to be use cases behind them, but I just still look at these as meme coins, and I'd much rather just invest in solid sound utility that has the potential to really kind of reshape the world as we know it, and that is like XRP, HBAR, XLM, QNT, ALGO, and so forth. So when we're talking about these assets from an overall standpoint, do I think that their prices should be much higher? 100%. Do I think that XRP is worth $10? I think it's worth a lot more than $10 in unperceived value that a lot of people can't really see. But I mean, if you are a true visionary, you could obviously see the potential behind XRP and RippleNet with ODL and line of credit and so much more in terms of the XRP ledger. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night. Where you guys are in this beautiful Nick. Peace out, guys.